I'm Johnny Price, and this is another of our Talking Head film analyses, where we are not so much concerned with how good a movie might be, as we are with the ideas that are presented within the movie. It is the outstanding performances of both Glenn Close and Janet McTeer that keeps Albert Nobbs from being more than just a so-so film. In fact, Ms. Close has been nominated for Best Actress Oscar and Ms. McTeer for Best Supporting Actress. Initially, Albert Nobbs was a short story published in 1927 by Irish novelist George Moore. And then it was adapted for the stage in 1982 and won Glenn Close an Obie for her performance as the titled character. And ever since then, Ms. Close has wanted to bring the story to the big screen. And this she has done. And this is her film. She is one of the producers. She helped write the script. She contributed lyrics to the theme song that is sung by Sinead O'Connor. And she stars as the title character. It's the late 19th century in Dublin, Ireland, and abject poverty is the plight and the danger of most of the population. It's also a man's world. And so we get a bit of a character study of the cultural mores and stations in life and the length that some people will go to circumvent them, such as Albert Nobbs. Albert had a lonely and at times violent girlhood. And at the age of 15, she put on a suit of men's clothes and served as a waiter. And from that point on, she worked as a man that she named Albert Nobbs. When we meet her, she is working at and living in a hotel which serves frequently and predominantly the upper class. But continually keeping her secret identity a secret for so many years has left Albert extraordinarily shy and completely devoid of any genuine, meaningful human connections. She saves all of her tips and puts them under a floorboard with the hope and the dream that one of these days she'll be able to afford a better life. And she receives some unexpected encouragement when she discovers that Hubert, a painter of walls, not portraits, is also a woman, played by Janet McTeer, who has long passed herself off as a man, and in fact is married to another woman, and living a life of generally domestic tranquility. So Albert begins to pursue a strategy. This is not a film exploring homosexuality, nor should you necessarily expect it to be, since the original story was written when homosexuality was considered a mental illness, And it takes place at a time in the history of England and Ireland when gays could be completely ruined and imprisoned for their lifestyle. Instead, it is simply, but significantly, about the stress and the consequences when someone, for whatever reason, feels that they must hide from others who they really are. And the fact that the longer you play a role, providing others with false expectations that you are pressured to meet repeatedly, the more that happens, the longer that happens, the more you become, one, lost in your own understanding of who you truly are. Two, you become increasingly unable to relate and share life with others on a level that enhances and benefits all concerned. Three, it denies you the joy and enrichment of serving others because you have to remain so self-centered and so protective. And four, there is the resulting emptiness and loneliness that is the cumulative effect of the first three. Now, the impediments that make someone feel that they cannot be who they truly are to other people could be a number of things. It could be social, economic, gender, race, religion, all artificial, humanly constructed distinctions. And interestingly, that's just one of the great things about the gospel of Jesus Christ, because it declares that in Christ there is no Jew or Greek, slave or free, male or female, that God sees none of the distinctions that man creates. In the film Albert Nobbs, we see only one truly liberating moment in Albert's life. When she and Hubert put on dresses and go for a walk along the beach. And for just a moment, Albert begins to be her true self. And she begins to run across the sand and then falls. We can so lose ourselves in our determination to be someone other than who we were created to be, that if and when we have or take the liberty to be ourselves, we discover that we've forgotten how. Fortunately, however, there is a way back. But that's for another time and another place. I'm Johnny Price, and this has been another of our Talking Head Film Analyses.